Morning, kids. Settle down, settle down. It's a special treat for you today. Almost President Gore is going to tell you today why the government is right, and that includes me, the teacher, because I work for the government, and your parents are wrong. Now listen carefully, because I know you've always suspected that your parents were wrong, but take it from almost President Gore, your parents are definitely wrong on some subjects. Welcome, almost President Gore. Explaining to me before class how when you were young that the parents were wrong about a very important issue called civil rights. Before black Americans were allowed to be equal under the law, you began to question your parents on why that was true. So please relate your story.
But I'm thinking back now a long way to when I was your age and the Civil Rights Revolution was unfolding. And we kids asked our parents and their generation, explain to me again why it's okay for the law to officially discriminate against people because of their skin color. And parents try to tell their kids the right thing, you know. Usually, I do. And when our parents' generation couldn't answer that question, that's when the law started to change. There are some things about our world that you know that older people don't know. Why would that be? Well, in a period of rapid change, the old assumptions sometimes just don't work anymore because they're out of date. New knowledge, new understandings are much more widely available sometimes to young people who are in school who aren't weighed down with the old flawed assumptions of the past. Now, don't get me wrong, your parents and your elders, as you already have figured out, know a lot that you can gain from. But in a period of rapid change, there are times when new understandings are more apparent to young people.
So parents do not know best.
Today, January 19, 2009, we will put 70 million tons of this global warming pollution into the Earth's atmosphere. And a lot of people think it's okay. They go outside, they look up at the sky. The sky seems like a huge place. How could we possibly have any impact on it? Just like they used to go out on the ground and look at the sun rise in the east and set in the west and conclude that the sun went around the earth. They were wrong then, and anybody who thinks that it's okay to put all this pollution up there is wrong today. We have to.
Thanks. Thank you, almost President Gore. Sorry, this is a very special day here at Indoctrination Elementary. I can't even believe it. Ex-President Clinton's here, so I'm afraid he trumps you as almost president. We have an actual ex-president, and he's going to also sound the alarm on climate here. And we've brought also Ann Curry, a journalist, to ask the question properly, since you have to ask these questions properly to set up the correct indoctrination answer. So, quiet down, kids. Ex-President Clinton and Ann Curry, please.
Do you agree that the greatest threat to the United States today is this global economic crisis, even more than terrorism, as we heard just a few days ago from the new head of national intelligence?
In the short run. In the medium term, because I think we'll come out of the economic crisis, terror and the spread of weapons of mass destruction are. In the long term, the prospect that the climate will crater and we won't be able to preserve civilization.
Okay, thanks, ex-President Clinton and almost ex-President Gore. And now, kids, you can take away from this little lesson today that, one, your parents are wrong about things that are important to your ex-presidents, especially the ones that are Democrats. And there is an impending crisis, which President Clinton has clearly shown you or explained to you that if the climate, as he says, craters, civilization will not be preserved. That means that you, children, will likely be eaten by predators, either lions or wolves, or you might have to see your younger brother eaten. Well, some of you might like that, but let's say that you loved your younger brother. You would probably not want to see him eaten by a predator. And this is the kind of thing that will happen if we lose civilization. So, again, thank your ex-president and almost ex-president for this wonderful lesson that they've given us today.
Our world will be a burning ball of fire. Polar bears drown, drown as the seas get higher. As it burns, 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 the earth on fire, a ball of fire. The taste of fame is sweet. Without this gig, who'd listen to me? So change your ways, every man and child. Oh, before the fire goes wild, our whole world will be a burning ball of fire. Polar bears drown, drown as the seas get higher. As it burns, 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 the earth on fire, a ball of fire. Our whole world will be a burning ball of fire. Polar bears drown, drown as the seas get higher. As it burns, 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 the earth on fire, a ball of fire. As it burns, burns, burns,